The landscape of media has changed. At one point in time, there was nothing but newspapers. Then there was the TV news. But now, everybody's online, telling this and telling that, giving information, misinformation, misguiding people. So I guess I got to change with the time because everybody has. And welcome back to Everybody Has a
Podcast.
Yes, and we're still chomping at it and going at it, and it's March and it's getting late in March. Spring is officially here. The weather feels that way, but we know it'll get cold again. And with spring breaks and everything, everybody's going out of town, going different places. So I didn't get to any girls' games this week. So ladies first is going to be kind of awkward. So just going to give you a quick recap of our softball teams and how they're doing so far, heading into the, I guess it's the third week of action. Millington is starting off really good. Their record, according to Max Preps, is 7-1. So they're off to a great start. The only hiccup for them is Collierville, bad team to lose to. Mumford's 3-5. They taking on some quality teams like Lexington. We've seen them, so they're not playing an easy schedule as they get ready for their competition in 4A. TRA, I think they're out of town. They're some kind of tournament. They're 11-3, so they're off to a really good start, packing in a lot of games. And Brighton is filling themselves out a little bit. They're 3-2-1. Yes, you can have a tie early on in softball because especially got a time regulated tournament. You only got an hour and 15 minutes. If you tie, you just gonna finish the tie.
Thank God I've never been to a tied softball game.
It's kind of fun sometimes. It's exciting.
Oh,
Yeah, when you go to a tournament, you might just see one. So that's a quick recap of our softball teams in the area. So I don't have any highlights. So are you hungry?
Yeah, I'm really hungry.
Oh, okay.
I'm starving.
Okay, we're gonna grab a quick bite to eat. Now this week we got very special ladies first. I didn't get to any girls games, so we decided to take the discussion we had last week about the product of all products, the Big Arch. Or is it a burger?
It's a burger.
Okay, so this is your first time trying it, and I'm getting into second taste.
Yes.
So let's see. Okay, now it's not as pretty as it looks on TV or as the CEO had, but it's nice looking. It's presentable. It's a big burger.
It's a big burger.
Like it can get messy. Stuff is falling off of it already. Look at that right there. That's a big smile. Maybe took a small bite just so you can break into the sandwich, but my initial thought, this is a Big Mac marrying the quarter pounder, and it's a beautiful marriage. I like it. And the fried onions on it. This is an awesome burger. Well, you took a second bite, so you must be trending towards liking it.
No. It's okay. It doesn't have enough flavor. I think it's the cheese they use. I don't know if I like the cheese.
Well, they call this the Big Arch sauce. And on the commercial they say, is it named after the sauce or after the burger? But McDonald's, here's a suggestion. Make sure you got plenty of Big Arch sauce on it because it is good. You need more of it to make the sandwich even better. But it gets a thumbs up from me. What about you? Side thumb? As the kids say, it's mid.
It is.
So we're going to finish these burgers. We'll catch up with you in a second.
I don't know if it's worth 1,000 calories. This whole burger, almost 1,026 calories. So enjoy.
Ooh, okay, man, that took a little bit longer than I thought it would. That's a pretty big sandwich. I know we're not going to recap just the sandwich, but you feel okay?
Yeah, I ate just the sandwich. I didn't get the meal, so I'm pretty okay.
So you think get the meal would be a little too much?
Yeah, you'll be stuffed like I'm kind of like full, and I got a little room, but that's how you're supposed to be. You know, you don't need to be like, you know.
You kept emphasizing about the 1,000 calories.
Yeah, it was a lot. That's a lot of calories for one burger.
You don't want to be reminded why you're trying to enjoy yourself.
I'm sorry, we'll walk it off.
Yeah, like a little guilty pleasure.
But yeah, I don't think it was really, I don't think it was really that good in my opinion.
I loved it. So
I'll give it like a 4 out of 10.
Well, you know what I also got full with this week? Baseball action. I went to 3 baseball games. And yes, baseball games will hamper your diet too because they're selling hot dogs and popcorn and Cracker Jacks. It sounds like that old song that they take me out to the ball game. So I started off on St. Patrick's Day up at White Station with the Trojans taking on the White Station Spartans. Millington rematch. Millington had a no-hitter against White Station when they played at Millington early in the year. So White Station had revenge on their mind, and they ended up beating Millington 10-0 in 6 innings. Their pitcher came out lights out, did a great job in the bitter cold weather. Then a couple days passed by, it starts to warm up. The USA Classic is taking place in Millington at USA Stadium, and you have teams from all over the United States in town, including IMG Academy, which they like have semi-professional high school baseball players. When you see 2 home runs in a game, they're pretty good, and you're going to see that in the highlights. Mumford got a up close and personal lesson of, you know, these high level players. They look like machines, and they look like they came out of the Russian laboratory in the 1980s. They
came out the womb with a baseball bat.
Yeah, swinging it and hitting the ball and throwing it and everything. So the kid that closed out the game for ING Academy, he was walking past me, just from going through and throw strikes. And that's what he did in the end of the game. So I guess when you can do it like that, and then you got a chance to catch a little baseball action up at TRA. Now our Rebels, as Coach pointed out to us, they have not had a light schedule. They have played nothing but quality teams. So their record is not looking good right now. But you look at the opponents that they played, Christian Brothers, Collierville. Then they play a bunch of teams from out of state that are high level. Teams are from Nashville. Coach said it's for one purpose, to get ready for what's coming up Monday night when Jackson Christian rolls in town. They won't be scared, won't be afraid. So I think them beating Ripley in the game that we saw is showing that it might be ready to pay off.
Well, the way that they started, they did not look like the Rebels that, you know, I'm used to seeing, you know, back in my day, like they used to dominate, you know, baseball, softball, that's their sports, you know. And how it looked in the beginning, I was like, is Ripley gonna give y'all a run for your money? Like, what's going on?
Ripley was up 1-0.
Yeah.
And then it was 5-1 for the longest. And it seemed like Ripley was trying to break through, and TRA stopped their rally with some key crucial defensive play. Then, as Coach said, it was the approach. They were hacking at the ball, trying to hit home runs, put the ball in play, and that turned the tide. So you talk about the heyday at TRA. It seemed like we went up to state almost every year for both the Rebel baseball and Rebel softball teams. And that's changed in the last couple years because everybody's meeting their level of competition. They're not the upset darlings anymore. TRA's, both those programs are good programs, and people come gunning for them. So they get hyped.
But they ended well, and you know they got hot, and they really made Ripley look like
Ripley, like the team they were supposed to be.
Like it looked like, you know.
Kobe Funk closed it out with a double off the wall and brought in the Mercy Rule run. And then we got a chance to at least get over to the soccer field to see the game conclude between the Rebels and Bluff City. So I keep wanting to call them the soap place, but it's Bluff City, just like Memphis, the Bluff City. The Great
The soap place is Buff with no L, Buff City.
And I know about no L's because I'm a winner, but it does kind of confuse this old 44-year-old brain. So like I said, a lot of baseball action I got too, and here's some of the highlights. Check it out.
Go! Easy, go! Go!
with sights and sounds, and okay. Now my daughter wanted to talk about the WBC.
Yes, WBC.
For you folks who don't know what that is, that's the World Baseball Class. And I'm telling her that's a glorified exhibition. It's not like it's not the Olympics or anything like that. And she says it's important because it's been popping up on her For You page.
But not only is it popular because it popped up on my free page. Never mind. I'll explain more why it's important too once you.
Okay, well, it got me to thinking. What makes an event important now? Because the Oscars just took place. I could care less. I didn't watch, didn't tune in,
Yeah.
and then Michael B. Jordan won. I'm like, okay, black actress won before, so that's not it.
Actor.
What I say?
I think you said it sounded like you said actress.
I always said actor.
Actor.
And not trying to transition here. The Grammys took place. Didn't watch that. The Emmys, I could care less when they comes on. Confession: the NCAA tournament's taking place right now. I maybe watched 10 minutes of it. So it's like TV made stuff important back then. People are not watching TV so far old head like me. So I turn the floor to you. What makes it important?
So listen, right? The WBC is important, and it's kind of on the same level as the Olympics, in my opinion, because it's basically like you represent your country in baseball. Sadly, we lost to Venezuela, okay? But it was nice for us to beat, good competitors like Dominican Republic, Canada, all that stuff. It's sad that, baseball is our sport and we lost. We got Canada. We got Canada.
Okay, so.
And but it was just really nice to see our country be represented well and somewhat dominate in the sport,
Well,
in the sport that we invented,
Yeah, well, I can't name any players. I think, did it all take place in Miami?
I don't know where it was actually.
See? Okay, you're starting to prove my point.
I'll be honest, I don't know where it was, but I know who we played. I know some of the scores.
When I was coming up, thanks to television, you knew the who, what, when, and where.
Yeah.
Why. And even
But it's really crazy because a lot of the players, well not a lot, but quite a few of the players in these other countries like Japan, we got Yamamoto and I forgot his name. He plays for the Dodger. What is his name? You remember his name, right?
Ohtani.
Ohtani, yeah, Ohtani. Those two were playing for Japan, but they played for the Dodgers. And then, the junior, Guerrero Jr., I don't remember his last name, but he plays for the Blue Jays.
You're just proving
and he played for the Dominican Republic. He lost to America. And then, I don't remember who won for Venezuela, but I'm pretty sure he plays for the Mariners.
Okay, so
it was really nice to see, these people
a quick
play
test.
for their country.
Quick test. The Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Why do they play the Super Bowl?
I don't know. Best team in the United States.
In what league?
In football.
What league?
NFL.
Okay, that's why I paid. What is the Super Bowl?
The Super Bowl is they play football and whoever wins, they go. They play football. They play tournament, I guess.
What two teams play in that game?
Two different sides, like East, I guess, and the West, or
it's the AFC versus NFC. Right?
Yeah, whatever. It's two different sides.
Who was in this year's Super Bowl?
The Patriots and the Seahawks.
Okay, where was it played?
In San Francisco.
Santa Clara. When was the game?
February 2nd.
It's the second Sunday in February, so that would be the
8th. Okay.
Okay, so the reason why I asked you the question, who, what, when, and where, the Super Bowl might be the last thing our country has where it's checking all those boxes. Most people know it's the second Sunday in February. Mm-hmm. They typically know where it's played at because they do it. If it's in Las Vegas.
Well, I definitely knew where it was played at because it was the 49ers.
Okay, and some people, if it's in Las Vegas or LA, most people know who's in the game.
Yeah.
They know what it is. Even if you like, you kind of
I'm a girl. It's just two teams that come from different sides playing against each other.
And why to settle who's the best team in the NFL?
Yeah, basically.
But all the other stuff that we've been talking about, the Oscars, the Grammys, the WBC, all that kind of stuff. When I hear WBC, I think of World Boxing Championship, the WBC champion. So the World Baseball Classic. So basically, I guess what I'm saying, like, I'm old, time has passed me by, and it's like, you know, what's relevant, what's important. Like, my trending, BTS's new album is out this week. Why is that trending in my top 5? Is it that important? When has an album been this important? And you think it's important because you're a huge fan. So, and you're like, yeah, that sounds about right. And I'm thinking in my head, why?
It's just, you know, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So what you might seem is important to you might not be important to others.
So what is the recipe to make something important? That's what I'm trying to ask you as a younger person. Is it social media? Is it trending? Is it viral?
Yeah, it's what's trending. Because like the Super Bowl is like a tradition. It's a tradition. It's something that happens every year, and people look forward to it. People throw parties. It's kind of like, you know, it's all these. You look forward to the ads. We've made that like a big deal. All that stuff. So that's what makes it important because of how connecting it is. You know, people look forward to stuff like this. Even if you don't care what teams in the Super Bowl, even people who don't even like football, they pay attention to the Super Bowl for commercials and for just the fun and the atmosphere of the Super Bowl, you know?
Okay.
I think award shows is different because when it comes to Hollywood, it's just like, girl, I don't care about no Hollywood. I don't care about the Oscars, the Scammys, none of that. I don't care about that, right? But when it comes to sports, especially when it's people representing their countries, like with tennis was kind of important to me, mainly because of Vin Shelton and Coco, of course, Coco Golf. But you know, some people might not find tennis that important. I was actually paying attention to tennis. You know, I like tennis, right? So it just depends on the person, and you know.
Okay, well, I guess the more things change, the more the propaganda changes. That's what makes stuff more important and this and that. You know, simpler time, just what they promote on TV and want us to watch. And right now, I want you to watch my TRA baseball highlights. Check it out.
Chatline on the beach. Chatline on the beach. Chatline on the beach. Chatline on the beach.
Grab a little bit of, you can't crave a little bit of Lady V time.
Get on your hog tail, son! You gotta go.
And welcome back. We get ready to close out with our final segment, and I'm going to make sure I spell it correctly this time. Editing. Okay, so this is a very important. We were talking about tradition. We know, like in the state of Tennessee, early March used to be the time where we settle our basketball state champions, but we got to make more money now, so we stretch stuff out. So as of March 21st, 2026, for the first time in 25 years, the state championship is coming back to the Bartlett Panthers. As they took care of business, beating Walker Valley 69-47 up in Murfreesboro on March 21st. Congratulations to Coach Real and the crew. Awesome job. We looked at the stats and everything. They dominated the paint. And you said they had the total team, the total package.
I'm not surprised. They are. That's the NBA right there. They are an NBA team right there.
So to steal a phrase, it's real. It's real, Bartlett. Coach Real, congratulations. Yeah, again, they've been building up to this, coming close, and things just seem to fall. But once we talked to him after that sectional win, he seemed calm. He seemed focused. And it's like all the questions I asked him, he was kind of like, you don't have to remind me this. I've been down this road before. I know, and he knew that group in that locker room headed too. So the Operation Blue Banner.
And they really wanted it. You could tell that they wanted it. They played like they wanted it. And that's, I mean, like the cheerleaders said, you gotta want to win. And they wanted it bad. They got it.
Yeah, so they took care of business, won the 3 games up there. Walker Valley pulled out a thriller over Whitehaven, so we got to give the Haven some love. Only lost by a bucket, so we could have had an all Shelby County final. You know, to prove that we had the best teams here, let alone the best team in the biggest classification. So Bartlett has done us proud as an area. So we want to end it by congratulating them. But as we get ready to close out, you're going to clearly see that we have to put basketball season to bed, and we got to get ready for the spring sports fully and give 100% dedication to that. So Liyah Lenz is. Did you squeeze some soccer in there?
I don't even want to. I don't even want to put my soccer Liyah Lenz in there. I'm sorry.
Okay, so it's just baseball.
And we're just doing baseball this time.
Okay, so hey, I guess the World Baseball Classic. This is the local baseball classic.
Tearing.
With Liyah Lenz. Check it out. We see you next week.
Fresh new style. Jack Black on the beat.
Every little bit, you can't crave a little bit of Lady B time.